Good morning, one and all. In continuation to the yesterday's topic of human digestion, till yesterday we have discussed certain points like the process of digestion, the anatomical structures of digestion, the digestive glands of digestion, the process of digestion which takes place in the carbohydrate, protein and fat. So whatever we have discussed till now is what is human digestion? What is the definition of human digestion? And what are the parts, anatomical structures involved in the process of digestion, like alimentary canal plus the digestive glands or associated glands, and where are they located, how they help in digestion, like mouth, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, rectum and anus, like gastroesophageal sphincter, cardiac sphincter, or also pyrotic sphincter, and the sphincter of Oddi between the hepatopancreatic duct and the duodenum, and ileocecal wall between the large intestine and small intestine, and anal sphincter and the anus. And apart from this, the digestive enzymes like pancreatic juice composition, bile juice its composition, as well as also we have discussed the intestine is what are goblet cells, what does they secrete, what is HCl, how does it act, what is castrol intrinsic factor, from where it is produced. So these are the terms we have discussed. Coming to the fine and also the disorders of the digestive system, how the carbohydrate digestion takes place, how apart from the carbohydrate digestion, protein digestion, where it starts, where it ends, where the fat is converted to fatty acids plus glycerol, what is a complex molecule, how it is converted to intermediate component, and how it is converted from the intermediate component to the final component. And these are the things we have discussed till today. Now, coming on to the PEM, the final part of the topic, PEM, protein, energy, malnutrition. So, in order to know about this, before we will try to have a confirmation that calorific value. Calorie means energy generating value. Why we need to know means this is useful for only me. It won't come in the PU examination. It will not come. But so the ultimate form of energy is heat. So the heat generating capacity, calorific value means it is a value which is taken as the energy value. That energy is the ultimate form of energy is heat. So by conversion of these components, some amount of heat is generated. That heat is used for the system to run properly. So that is called as energy generating value or heat value. So by consumption of these components, that is carbohydrates, proteins and fats, the energy is converted. The energy from the carbohydrates, proteins and fats, the energy is derived and the energy is converted to heat. So the generating capacity of heat, by the different components in the process of cellular respiration. We will discuss about the cellular respiration in the next topic called as calorific value. So here carbohydrates are having the calorific value of 4.1 kilocalories per 4.1 kilocalories per gram. Okay. Now proteins. Proteins is having a calorific value of approximately 5.65 kilocalories of energy per gram of food digested. And the next one, fats. Fats will be having approximately 9.45 kilocalories of energy per. These are the gross values, but the energy values are near to. These are gross values, and this will be the net calorific value is 4 kilocalories, 5 kilocalories, and 9 kilocalories of energy will be generated. So here the energy requirements by the animals which are content in the food, the energy requirement by the animals and the content of food where the heat is liberated from 1 gram is equal to the amount of heat is called its calorific value or calories. Calories should be calories is also called as, and every time the calories C should be and the J should be always capitalized, means it should be written as capital form, the capital form of energy. So this is based on this the energy. This is important only for meat, and that is not important for the PU examination. You need not to know that, but you need to know the calorific values. Gross values are 4.1 kilocalories, and for proteins it is 5.65, and fats it is approximately 9.45, and the net values are 4, 5, and 9. So that much of energy is generated by burning 1 gram of component. In the carbohydrates it generates 4.1 kilocalories of energy. In the case of proteins, they generate 5.65 kilocalories of energy, and fats will be having more calorific value, and by burning 1 gram of fat, so more amount of energy is released. And generally proteins and fats are almost similar, and they are called as building blocks of body. Building blocks of the body. And carbohydrate is mainly meant for energy generation. So if in the case of protein deficiency, the fats will take the protein cycle, and it is helpful as a protein substitute. So coming to the PEM or protein and energy malnutrition. So we'll try to understand nutrition means food with required nutrients. Food with the required nutrients is called nutrition. So what are the nutrients? Means carbon, carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins and minerals in necessary quantity. Carbon, carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, minerals in necessary quantity are called nutrients. Mal means lacking one or more nutrients. Nutrition means food with the required nutrients like carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, minerals in necessary quantities for the body. Mal means lacking one or more nutrients in the food. So your malnutrition. Your malnutrition means lacking of one or more nutrients in the leading to babies unnourished is called malnutrition. Lacking of one or more nutrients in the food leading to baby undernourished or unnourished is called malnutrition. So, what are the different types of malnutrition? There are two types of malnutrition. How many types of malnutrition? Two types. What are those? One is protein and calorie malnutrition. Means proteins are lacking and calories are lacking. Calories means carbohydrate source of food is lacking. So one is protein and calorie malnutrition. Protein and calorie malnutrition. The second type is only calorie malnutrition, means carbohydrate source is lacking in the food. So one is protein and calorie malnutrition, one more is calorie malnutrition. So here in the case protein and calorie can be absent. In this case calorie is lacking but protein is sufficient. Protein is sufficient. Where does this protein and energy malnutrition can be seen? This term can be seen in South America, West Africa, South Asia and South East Asia. So these are the 4 places where we can see mostly the cases. So in this, one of the important things is during Bangladesh liberation from Pakistan, many child were undernourished. So when you see that 1972 Bangladesh was liberated from Pakistan, before it was known as East Pakistan. But once the Indian army has taken care and the Bangladesh was separated and now it is called as Republic of Bangladesh. So at that time this was. So when does this malnutrition occurs? When there is a chance of feminine conditions or famine conditions. Famine. Lack of agriculture because of political or lack of agriculture because of political or lack of political or the conditions of irrigation. The next condition for this is drought. Drought means no proper rainfall, and between the cold wars, war between the same country, internal revolution of the countries. Internal revolution, like you can see nowadays, Afghanistan, Syria, all those countries, cold wars and political turmoil, that is political disturbances. So these are the conditions for the protein energy malnutrition because of feminine conditions, drought conditions, cold wars and political turmoil. There can be a chances of the possibilities of the undernourished children. So it is socio-economical factor. Socio-economical factor are the poor economic conditions of the people. Poor economic conditions of people, the children may be malnourished. So how many types of malnourishment are there? There are 2 types already we have discussed. One is called protein energy or calorie malnutrition, and one more is calorie energy malnutrition. So the 2 types of malnutrition are protein energy malnutrition, calorie malnutrition. So in the protein energy malnutrition, the disease is called as marasmus, and calorie malnutrition is called kwashiorkor. Here marasmus means in this you see that the hair losing shiny, the eye sockets goes low, eye sockets goes low, and the belly is filled with water, that is edema. Eyelashes swell, mental retardedness, and lips come front. Show lazy nature, not interested to play. Here ribs are prominent. So in the case of kwashiorkor, it is because of not eating of proper diet food. Here the one important reason is mother get early pregnancy. Her mother get early pregnancy when the boy is just below 1 year. So that is the major reason for marasmus. And in the case of kwashiorkor, similar characters, similar as we have discussed, but here fat is present in kwashiorkor patients. So in order to remember that kwashiorkor is a calorie malnutrition. Kwashiorkor is a calorie malnutrition. Marasmus is a protein and calorie malnutrition. Kwashiorkor is a calorie malnutrition and kwashiorkor is developed by protein malnutrition. Kwashiorkor is produced by protein malnutrition. Here protein and calorie malnutrition. This is protein and calorie malnutrition. This is only protein malnutrition. With this